the community. Hello Facebook, hello YouTube, very nice to be back with you. I was just saying to our friends on Instagram here that we're going to take a deep dive into one of my favourite skincare ingredients, and that's organic rosehip oil. This is something that I have personally used and written about, oh my goodness, I've got my Vital Oils book just sitting over there out of shot 30 years ago. So I've been using organic rosehip oil on my own skin for, I don't know, 35 plus years maybe. And we're going to be talking to Helen, who is a fantastic expert. She is a beauty therapist, she's had salons, she's a training manager for Trilogy, which is this really interesting British beauty brand. You're going to love hearing about it, I'm sure. We do have a fantastic Liz Loves, so 15% off everything on Trilogy, so just throwing that out there now if you get inspired to take a look. It's trilogyproducts.co.uk. And yeah, the rosehip oil is reputedly the Duchess of Cambridge's favourite facial oil. So there you go. So my little story, thank you for following me on Instagram and my journeys around Italy. I am back home now. So nice to come home, isn't it? I mean, it's wonderful to travel. I put my little dahlias out here because I planted them and I just saw them sprouting up before I left. That was about 5 weeks ago. And now, I mean, it's just, I'm going to have such fun this weekend arranging them all. Anybody else growing dahlias? But I have to say, big shout out of thanks to British Airways. They were amazing. We were so delayed, not due to their faults, not due to staffing or anything, but because of all the thunderstorms over Europe. So the plane coming in was late, which meant that we were late. So rather than getting in at kind of midnight, and I thought, well, that's fine. I'll get home, get to bed and, you know, sort myself out in the morning, ready for my live. I didn't hit the pillow till about 5:30, 5:45 this morning. And then I set my alarm to wake up. And of course, I was still on Italian time. So I was sitting here like an hour ago going, right, okay, where is everybody? My team were going, Liz, it's an hour early. Anyway, we are here now and it's very good to be back with you. I did get my luggage back. It was all fine. Thank you so much. So I'm just going to tag and make sure that Helen is going to join us. Helen, if you want to request to join me on Instagram. Yeah, dahlias are just so good, aren't they? So I tell you the other thing that has really saved me this morning, because I have to say, what did I have? Like, I don't know, 2.5 hours sleep, 3 hours sleep. Maybe I'll catch up later. Was the Cryo Sticks. Now this is what Kerry September was talking about. If you watched my live earlier this week with Kerry when we did those amazing eyeshadow tricks, weren't they brilliant? Oh my goodness, since she taught me that trick with the eye pencil and the little brush, I've done that the last few days. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Anyway, she loves these, I love these. I don't think she realised that we actually had a Liz Love, so she probably paid full price for them. But these are what she was talking about. And they're called Cryo Sticks. And they have got fluid in them, which really works very well. When you chill it, you can either just keep them in the fridge, so they're chilled. Oh, so cooling, under eye bags and all of that, genius. Or you can go really hardcore and put them in the freezer. But literally, you know, it's all about the lymphatic drainage, and I just love them. They're kind of really healthily addictive, beautifully made. We do also have a discount. I just checked because I did do a live a while ago with the lovely founder of Olivia Wilson, and we've still got it, it's still active. It's 10% off all their things. But these, I think, are a really good investment. And, you know, yes, you can use teaspoons, but these, because they've got the special fluid in them and they're really properly made, they stay cold. Thing is with teaspoons is, yes, I mean, this is a trick I used to do years and years ago, pop teaspoons in the fridge and then do this under the eyes. So if you want to give it a go, you can try, but they warm up super quickly, you know, within like 20 seconds. The teaspoons are warm. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, totally. You can use teaspoons and slices of cucumber, but they warm up on the skin. So these are a good investment, I think, if you fancy it. Maybe you've got a birthday coming up and you can put them on your list. Hello from East Hampton. Do you think I'm looking all right? Thank you very much. I'm sat in front of a very nice light, so that always helps. I always say, make sure that you get your lighting right. Okay, Trilogy, here we go. Looking forward to the chat. Hopefully Helen will be able to tell us all about these magical skincare ingredients. And vitamin C. Hi Helen.
Hi Liz, how are you?
I'm okay. I'm a little bit tired, but I'm being revived. I'm going to be further revived, I think, with all these beautiful, beautiful things. I tell you what I was actually loving this morning, and that's the vitamin C booster treatment.
That was one of my favourite products, but I've actually got a new vitamin C product to show you today, Liz.
Ooh, tell me.
I think if you love the booster treatment, then you'll really love this new night cream, which is all about vitamin C.
Now, let's go back to the beginning. You give us a quick rundown on your background so people have got confidence in your knowledge and your authority of what you're talking about here, because I know that you are super knowledgeable.
Oh, thank you, Liz. Well, it started off in the industry when I was 18 years old, which was, dare I say, 35 years ago. My gosh. Sounds like a lifetime ago. Started off as a beauty therapist and then worked in stores, so worked for companies like Max Factor, worked for a major international company, used to loader companies for many years. Before going into the fragrance area, I've been involved in training, I've been a national sales manager, area sales manager, regional sales manager, done it all. And I think more than anything else, so jobs aside, I'm just an addict for really good skincare. So I've used so many different products over the years, found the things that really work for me, and now I've just really loved the natural clean beauty, and that's really what Trilogy is all about.
Do you know, I was just to say, you know, like you, I have tried so many things. I mean, I spent my early years as a beauty editor, and you can imagine there's, you know, new things to try every single day of the week. But it all comes down to the quality of the ingredients. It's like a chef cooking. If you've got great ingredients, you get a great tasting dish, and that is the fundamental, isn't it? And that's why I respect the Trilogy range for that, for the ingredients.
Sure, and you know, ingredient-led skincare is a huge drive just now within the industry, and that's something that Trilogy are very much at the forefront of this. So
tell us about Trilogy. Who started it, and what's the background there?
Trilogy, they've actually been going for 20 years now, so it started in 2002. That's the original Rosehip Oil, which is certified organic. It's absolutely amazing. So you can use that for your face, and even you can use that underneath your foundation, your makeup. It gives your skin just such a really beautiful glow. So you have that glow that looks as if you're lit from within rather than a product on the surface of your skin, and that makes such a huge difference. Because even when you're wearing makeup, you don't want people to say, your makeup looks fabulous. You want people to say, your skin looks amazing. And that's a really big difference between the two. The two ways of coming at it. So it's a New Zealand brand actually. It started 20 years ago, and they have really been at the forefront of clean natural beauty for 20 years. So 20 years ago, Liz, you'll know this yourself, no one was really talking about clean or natural beauty or organic. It wasn't a massive thing. So I feel Trilogy have been doing this, and now the market and the fashion and the trend has really caught up with Trilogy rather than Trilogy trying to catch up with the market.
And of course, New Zealand is known for its sort of environmental credentials and its its beautiful landscapes, and, you know, simple pared back quality. I think is you know, when I think of New Zealand, particularly in terms of the well-being space, that's what I think of.
Absolutely. What I really love about Trilogy is how they give back to communities. I think that's such an important thing. And our certified organic rosehip oil, I would argue, is best in class when it comes to that kind of rosehip oil category. So our rosehip oil is all organic. It all comes from Lesotho or South Chile.
Does it?
And the whole production method is completely different for Trilogy, so it's cold pressed. So usually with rosehip oil, they use heat or steam to, that's it. So they use heat or steam in the production methods, which does impact the quality of the rosehip oil.
Definitely.
So with cold pressing it, takes longer, but that length of time is well worth it, because in actual fact you get better quality from that. So with our certified organic rosehip oil, you've got at least 80% of essential fatty acids in there, so that's why it gives you such a real boost to your skin. And you can use it for the face, you can also use it for the body. It's great for scar tissue, it's also great for stretch marks. and it's safe to use in pregnancy as well. So that's really key.
And that's the only thing that's in this bottle. There's nothing else.
It's rosehip oil. It's pure certified, organic, 100% rosehip oil.
And let's talk about the composition of rosehip oil, because you talk there about the essential fatty acids. Rosehip oil has got a unique structure, hasn't it? And when it comes to things like scarring, I remember when my eldest, when she was young, Lily, she just fell out of her pushchair and got a little scar here.
Gosh.
And I used neat rosehip oil back in the day when you could only get little tiny bottles for the cost of fortune from health food shops. And she thought, and there's no scar at all. I mean, I just literally rubbed a little bit on there every night for a couple of months. And as you say, pregnancy, acne scarring, obviously the fresher the scar, the easier it is, isn't it? Surgical scarring.
Yeah, if you've got a fresh scar, use a little bit of rosehip oil on that, and that really just helps the skin to regenerate and for the fibres to pull back together. It's one of nature's gifts, really. It's something, it's a totally natural product, natural ingredient, and just the way that we're using the rosehip oil and manufacturing the rosehip oil, the whole process for that really treads very gently on the earth and on the rosehip oil, and then we get the best benefit from it. And you can see the benefit, you can feel the benefit whenever you use this product.
I love it on my cuticles, actually. I was just sitting here.
I use it for
always.
That too.
It makes your nails really strong. If you've got ridges or dry cuticles, then just keep a little bit beside the bed.
Yeah,
and then you can work some through your hair as well. Your hair ends
absolutely
rich in vitamin E.
Yeah. And even when you've got a little bit of excess product left on your hands from applying it to your face, just use it on the back of your hand. Don't waste it. Just, massage it just exactly as you're doing there. Yeah. And that makes such a difference, because you would notice the difference in the texture and the look and the feel of your skin on the back of your hands as well. It's a real hero product. So
we're being asked about whether you can use it on small burns or older scars. And I don't know about you, but I would say that the older the scar, the longer it's going to take. But also, as long as something's not fresh and weeping and open, so you've actually allowed
I wouldn't use it on open skin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not on open
as long
skin.
As the skin is closed.
Yeah. Yeah.
The quicker you start using it. Also could help with sunburn as well, just to help put the moisture back into the skin as well. So anything where the skin is really dried out, it's really going to make a huge difference.
And this is the one that Kate Middleton, Duchess of Cambridge, is reputed to be a massive fan of, is that right?
Yeah.
She has lovely skin.
She does. She has that really typical English rose skin, doesn't she? That, really lit in the pen and does look really natural, and that's exactly the kind of look that we want to go for. Yeah.
Talk to us about vitamin C, because vitamin C, whenever I speak to any beauty therapist, and even if I go and have a laser facial, which is, kind of one of my real favourite treats to do, they will always use a vitamin C serum, particularly in relation to pigmentation.
Yeah.
So how is vitamin C working, and who should be using it as an ingredient?
Okay. So vitamin C is one of the key ingredients that any either surgeon or aesthetician, anyone, dermatologist who's telling you how to get the best for your skin would always recommend a vitamin C product. So everyone can use vitamin C product.
Right.
The key benefits of vitamin C is that it does help with the production of collagen. So if you think of vitamin C, collagen, and collagen is what gives your skin, as you know, Liz, the real firmness and the texture of your skin. So it's really great for helping to slow down premature aging. The other thing with vitamin C is it does help with your cell turnover. So if you use a vitamin C product at night, you'll wake up in the morning with more of a glowing skin than you would have done before you used this product.
It is that glow, isn't it? And it's also, pigmentation. People really say that to brighten the skin, and I've just noticed, literally, I was looking in the mirror. It's funny, isn't it, when you see your skin in different light? Because I've been in Italy for a few weeks, and the light there's different. My bathroom lighting's not very good out there. Back here, I've got very good lighting in my bathroom and a big magnifying mirror. Scared myself to death this morning.
That's not good.
Oh my goodness, because it has brought up quite a lot of melanin in my skin, even though I'm using sunblock and all of that. So definitely, if you're finding that your skin is reacting with the sun, I personally would think a vitamin C serum.
That's the key difference with vitamin C.
Okay.
Vitamin C is so good for hyperpigmentation. So if you do have, I have just a couple of marks above my lip, and it's just years and years and years, not even necessarily sunbathing, but just being out.
Yeah,
You do start to get, there's little bits that you see that are just not as they were when you're in your 20s, 30s, when you get to that 50 odd. It just makes a difference. So vitamin C is perfect for that. So it just helps to reduce redness in the skin as well. Any hyperpigmentation can really help to just balance that out a little bit. So that's one of the key ingredients that we would talk about if someone is concerned about hyperpigmentation.
And how do you stabilise it? Because that was always the issue when I was looking at skincare ingredients back in the day, is keeping
it's a huge issue with
the vitamin C stable. Tell us about how you do that at Trilogy.
Okay. So vitamin C, as you know, as soon as it comes into contact with water, light, air, it dissipates and it's just not as strong. It just doesn't, it's not very stable.
No.
So the challenge has always been, how do we get vitamin C into the skin where you can actually get the benefit from it? Mm-hmm. So I think you've used this one before, haven't you? The booster treatment.
Booster, love that. Really love it. It's intense. I mean, it's basically a 2-week.
It's a
2-week supply with a little dropper. So clever.
Yeah.
Really neat.
So,
really neat.
The way that we get the vitamin C direct into your skin, and I'll actually show you with this one. So in the pack, it comes with a stopper, but actually with the product when you buy that, and you can see that with Trilogy, anything at all that has this orange wave on the front of the box or the bottle is a vitamin C product. So that's how you know that its key job is for brightening and anti-aging.
Excellent. Very good to know
that gives you that little code of the skincare. So if you notice the lid of the capsule, the 2-week booster treatment, if you press that down, and it takes a little bit of a press.
Got it. Pressed it down.
Press that down, and then shake it.
Oh, it's released the vitamin C into the serum. That's so clever.
The vitamin C into this oil.
So that's so fresh and stable.
It's so fresh. And that's why you use it for 2 weeks. So you use it day and night for 2 weeks. And honestly, I've just actually finished doing this, a 2-week program of this, and I have noticed such a difference in my skin. And bear in mind that I do use good skincare, and I use my skincare morning and night religiously.
Yeah.
For me to see an impact in my skin is really,
when your skin's good to begin with, I agree with you. When you see a difference, so you would use this as a serum. What, before your moisturiser? A lot of questions here on Instagram about when you would use this combined with the rosehip oil.
That's a really good question because it's all to do with the viscosity or the thickness of the product. So I would cleanse my skin, and then I would use the thinnest product first. That's the best way to remember.
Good guideline.
So I would use, it's a good staple guideline. So I would use my vitamin C booster treatment first of all.
Okay.
I would then still use my rosehip oil. Over the top of that for the hydration, because this product is only doing the vitamin C, it's doing the brightening, it's doing the collagen, it's doing that bit for you, but it's not hydrating, and you can feel that with the texture of it, Liz. It's not going to do anything else other than its main job, which is great. That's what you want.
Brighten and glow and pigmentation. That's what you're using vitamin C for.
Brighten and glow, pigmentation from this, and then you get your hydration from your certified organic rosehip oil. And as soon as that goes onto your skin, you will see the hydration, the glow. It just makes your skin feel so much smoother. And I then follow with either my day cream or my night cream. And Liz, I've just found a new favourite night cream.
Okay.
And it also contains the vitamin C. So this is our new vitamin C, and you can see the orange wave, so you know it's vitamin C, so it's for brightening the skin. Yeah. This is the new vitamin C Ceramide night cream from Trilogy, and this is my new favourite product, I have to tell you.
So you'd put that on top. Tell us about Ceramide. Ceramides is something that we hear talked about in the beauty world. What are they, and what are they doing for us?
So ceramides are basically the building blocks for our skin. And about 30 to 50% of the surface of our skin is actually made up from ceramides. So they're hugely, hugely important. But as we age, along with our estrogen kind of depleting, so do the ceramides in the surface of the skin, and that's one of the things that contribute towards the first appearances and signs of lines and wrinkles on the surface of the skin. So it follows that if you can improve the ceramides in the surface of your skin and those stay stable and in the right position, then the skin would look less lined. And that's exactly what your ceramides do for you.
Yeah.
But I have to tell you, we need to get one of these creams through you, Liz. This is amazing. It makes your skin feel so smooth. And even in the morning when you wake up, your skin feels, you know, that really lovely, peachy, smooth feel that you get from your skin?
Yeah.
That's how this cream feels as soon as you put it on. It's got a really different texture to a normal night cream. So it doesn't feel slippy as such on your skin, but it feels absolutely amazing.
And is that on your website? So can people go and have a look and check it out? It's all there. Mm-hmm.
So if you look for anything with the orange wave, they'll know that that's skin brightening with vitamin C. So if it's got the orange on it, that's the vitamin C brightening collection.
And I'm being asked here questions. If people are obviously, you know, they're really into their existing skincare, they're using night creams and things, maybe using retinols as well. What stage would they use that? Would they use a retinol under their rosehip oil or on top?
Yeah. If you're using retinol already, or if you're using Trilogy, have part of their ageless collection, which is that kind of lilac wave, you would notice that on the front. They have an alternative to retinol, which is bakuchi oil.
Bakuchi oil,
so that's a natural alternative to retinol.
Yeah.
Gives you the same great benefits in that you're getting that great cell turnover, you're getting the increase in collagen and elastin in your skin, but without perhaps the irritation that can happen with retinol. And also because it's not thinning the surface of the skin quite so much, with retinol you need to be very, very careful and fastidious about using a really good SPF because you need to protect the surface of your skin. So bakuchi oil is a great alternative to that, and we have a bakuchi oil booster treatment actually, which you could use in the same way as the vitamin C booster treatment if that is more your concern, rather than the brightening. If it was more the anti-aging, then you could use that.
So what order? You know, does your oil go on first, or you know, before your night cream and retinol, or after?
Again, I would always do your thinnest product first. So put your retinol on first of all, because you want that to seep further into the skin. If you put the retinol on top of a cream, that would kind of stop that working properly for you. So put the retinol on first, and then you could follow with your oil and your moisturizer, your night cream. Afterwards. That's how I would tend to work that one. Yeah,
I have heard actually that retinol, put it on if you're using it at night, and I've got retinol products which I use from time to time, and then leave it kind of 5 minutes, brush your teeth, whatever, and then, you know, put your lovely nighttime serums and oils and you know, night creams and things over the top. Because of course the thing with retinol, as you point out, it can be very drying.
It can be drying. It can irritate the skin. So if your skin's sensitive, I would absolutely do a patch test on that. And the key thing with retinol is that you build up slowly. So you build up the strength of retinol that you use. And if you haven't used a retinol product before, I would suggest maybe starting off once a week, then maybe twice a week, then 3 times a week. You really do have to let your skin become accustomed to that level of cell turnover, and that's what makes your skin feel dry. So you would want to put your retinol on, as you say, leave it for a couple of minutes, and then your cream on top. But if your cream is on first of all, your retinol wouldn't work as effectively.
It's not going to get through it, is it? But the bakuchi oil, I think, is very interesting. I did something on this morning, actually, maybe, I don't know, a couple of years ago now, talking about bakuchi oil, because it does have that same property naturally of helping with skin turnover, which, you know, naturally declines as we age. So you're just working with your skin just to give a little bit of a helping hand as we age. But it's a lot more tolerated, isn't it, by people with sensitive skin? Yeah,
it's a lot more gentle on the skin, and bakuchi oil, again with the cell turnover, all you're doing is really getting rid of the dead skin that's sitting on top, and that's what's dulling your skin down. So if you can get rid of the dead skin that's sitting on the surface of your skin, that really helps. If you think the skin that's underneath looks healthier, it's got more of a glow, and that's what you would have on the surface. That's what you want to see. That's what you want to show the world.
And of course, when you look at the chemical composition of rosehip oil, if you look at its phytochemical structure, it has ingredients in it which are similar to retinol. You know, it has those natural properties. You know, rosehip oil is such an extraordinary ingredient, isn't it? You know, you tend to think of oils as just being one component, but when you extrapolate it out, when you look at the biochemistry of rosehip oil, so many plant sterols and kind of unknown compounds that they still haven't really identified, that we don't know how exactly it works, but particularly with scar tissue and pigmentation, it's a wonder ingredient. And I'm thrilled that you've got such a good quality one. It's really...
Oh, good. Thank you. I really feel that, especially when we get to a certain age, I think as women we need to pamper ourselves a little bit more and perhaps be a little bit kinder to ourselves. And I really genuinely feel that with the rosehip oil, it kind of feels like a bit of a pamper. So even if it is just for those 2 minutes in the morning and at night time, you really do feel as if you're doing something really positive to take care of your
massage,
skin.
you know, you can, in your hands, seriously, keep a little bottle beside your bed. Last thing at night, backs of hands, if you've got any age spots, pigmentation, dryness, rub it into your cuticles, do a little routine, and within a few weeks, trust me on this one, rosehip oil can make all the difference in the world. It's extraordinary.
Absolutely, you would notice a difference. Our rosehip oil, we say that you would notice a huge improvement in the texture of your skin and the hydration levels of your skin, and that's particularly prevalent for cuticles, but it tends to be a bit dry, especially now because we're always using lots of hand sanitizer, we're constantly washing our hands. That takes its toll, you know, so just to replenish and put back some of that nourishment into the skin, you would notice a huge difference with it. And it does just have that really beautiful pampering feeling. You're taking a little bit of time for yourself, and it's an immediate thing, so you can see and feel the difference straight away.
Last question before we go. Being asked here about dark circles, and again, you know, pigmentation. This is, I've been talking about caffeine as an ingredient for the skin, and you've got the coenzyme Q10 eye recovery concentrate with caffeine. And hyaluronic acid, 2 of my favourite ingredients for under eyes. Super clever.
This is so clever, so clever. So unless you can actually use, I have one of these in my bag, and I actually, look, I have full face of makeup on, and I can use that over the top. So you can use it morning and night, and you can use it over the top of your makeup as well. So if you just feel that you want something just to cool down, this is a ceramic little wand here. So
even ceramic, that's why it feels so cool on the skin. I thought it was plastic.
It feels fantastic. Now, 3 key ingredients in this, as you say, caffeine. So caffeine is so good for just helping to improve the microcirculation round about the skin, round about your eyes. So great for dark circles and puffiness. Hyaluronic acid, as you say, that's another one of the world's nature's best gifts. So that occurs naturally. But do you know, hyaluronic acid can hold over 1,000 times its own weight in moisture. So it's like a moisture magnet, and it attracts moisture from the air to the skin and the surface round about the skin, round about your eyes when you use this. A top tip for me, I would say, remember the skin round about your lips is the same or very similar to the skin round about your eyes. It's 40% cleaner than the skin and the rest of your face. So whatever you use on your eyes, just take that round about your lips as well. So the other key ingredient which is in this, now this is part of our ageless collection, so if I just show you on the box again, where you can see it's got that lilac wand across there. So anything with the lilac colour wand, that's a way to colour code it that that's an anti-aging product. Okay. So and the other super ingredient is the CoQ10, which is, you know, a phenomenal, again, natural ingredient, but it naturally starts to deplete in the surface of the skin. And this eye recovery complex actually has an ingredient in it which is unique to Trilogy. It's called L22, and it's called L22 for a very good reason. It's a super ingredient, and it's designed to deliver the perfectly balanced lipid of a healthy 22-year-old. Now, Liz, I'm all in for that.
That's fantastic. I love that. I've never heard of that before. That's hysterical.
There you are. That's the eye recovery complex. But even just using that round about the skin, round about your eyes, because of the ceramic wand, it feels so good on your skin, even
show that again. Look at that. And honestly, on my skin, I couldn't stop doing it because it feels so cool.
I know.
And that's why. It's not plastic, it's ceramic.
Yeah.
Oh. Helen, we're going to have to stop there. Thank you so much. And I know you've also got great customer care and great customer service. So remind us where the best place to go to connect with you and your team for further advice and information.
So trilogyproducts.co.uk, and we've got our Liz Loves 15% discount on there for you as well.
We love that.
So just remember to look for the colour ones. So anything with orange is to do with vitamin C and skin brightening.
Okay.
If it's a lilac colour, that's anti-aging.
Okay.
And then the Rosehip collection is that really beautiful soft pink.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Helen,
Perfect.
thank you so much. Thank you for your time and your knowledge. I've learned so much again, as we do with all our lives, but thank you. Really nice to see you. Thanks. Bye-bye. Now you have to click off by pressing the little square. Fascinating. Lovely, lovely brand. Focus on ingredients. It's all about that. If you put good stuff on, you're going to get good results. Brilliant, didn't you think? Rosehip oil, something to look for, vitamin C, and then of course your hyaluronic acid and your caffeine, all of that. Yeah, Nikki, rewatch it because it's going to be really good. Just before I go, quick recap. Many of you are asking, these were the Olivier Wilson Cryo Sticks. This is the little box they come in that I keep in my freezer. Saved my eyes this morning after my 2 and a bit hours sleep. The other thing that I'm going to be doing tonight, because my hair is so parched, is I have pulled this out of my cupboard at home, the Persian Reed Hydrating TLC Mask. Love it. So that's going on tonight, and we do still have 20% off all on Persian Reed. And if you have yet to head off to your travels or a long weekend, they have brilliant travel sizes. Persian Reed do amazing little travel sizes, great at sampling if you want to try something, but also to avoid taking all those great big cans of mousse and spray and all the rest of it. Little sizes are very, very good. Lastly, before I go, last few copies of this edition, Earle Wellbeing magazine. We are about to press the button to print the new one. So if you have yet to subscribe, please do. There's never been a better moment to. There's some great bargains if you want to go and check it out online. And it would be lovely to have you as part of our magazine community. That is it. I will be back with you next Tuesday. We're going to be doing a deep dive on the inside, looking at nutrition. So we've done lots on the outside recently. We're going to refocus wellness back on the inside with a particular look at zinc. Interesting mineral we haven't talked about here yet. So I hope you will join me live or on catch up. But until then, have a great few days. Looking forward to the weekend and lovely to be back with you. See you very soon. Bye-bye.